let's just send it over to the final segment of this episode. Overrated, underrated.
Welcome to Overrated, Underrated. In this segment, we will be deciding if these things in Star Wars are overrated, underrated, or properly rated. And we can only explain it in about one sentence. I will go ahead and ask Mark first. Mark, overrated, underrated? Obi-Wan's lightsaber hilt.
Ooh. Because he has a pretty good hilt. I really do like the design of it. So I'll say properly rated.
Okay.
Because I think it's a unique design for him.
Okay, well, we'll go into the next one, Mark. Overrated, underrated. Phase 1 clone armor.
Ooh. Oh man. I'm gonna say the Phase 1 clone armor. I always say underrated. I'm gonna say underrated because I really do think that I really like the Phase 2 one, but I think that Phase 1 is just like on a different level, I think.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion.
I like it. Okay, your third thing. Overrated, underrated. Han Solo.
I'm gonna say oh man, I might have a hot take on this one. I think Han Solo. I'll say he's a tad overrated because when you first meet him, like he comes off as like a cool guy, you know, right? Like he's got like that cool kind of guy vibe to him, but he's in debt with basically everybody that he's worked with.
Oh, okay, yeah,
and he's not very reliable. He doesn't become reliable until like around episode 6. So,
man, wow, I didn't expect that out of you.
Just a tad.
No, dude, I love it. I love that you're getting down and dirty with it.
Yeah.
Man.
All right, Logan. Overrated, underrated? Rey as a character. Like her whole character arc.
I'm gonna be honest here. I genuinely have to say underrated because she's so hated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Not that I think she's some like top tier Star Wars character, but by no means does she deserve the hate that she gets. So I'm going to say underrated for that. No further explanation.
All right, Logan, your next thing. Overrated, underrated? Clone Wars Season 5.
I'm going to say properly rated because I think it's considered one of the better Clone Wars seasons, one of the best ones. 5, 6, and 7 are probably the 3 best, and I think widely considered the 3 best. So I'll say properly rated.
Love that. All right, Logan. Overrated, underrated? The X-Wing.
Overrated.
I thought you might say that.
Overrated. I think the Y-Wing is cooler. I think the A-Wing is cooler. By miles, too.
B-Wing better?
B-Wings are weird. A V-Wing, though, is sweet.
Yeah.
V-Wing is definitely better than an X-Wing. X-Wing, overrated. Okay, Mark. Your next thing, overrated, underrated. Poe's jacket.
Oh,
so
we're bringing out the drip.
Poe/Finn because
yeah. I'll say it's underrated. It's an underrated jacket. I mean, Poe was rocking it. He looked good. Finn threw it on. He was looking good too in it. Like,
yeah, I guarantee you look good in it.
If I had the jacket, I'd wear it all the time. So, I'll say underrated for that.
Okay, your next thing, overrated, underrated. Force lightning.
I'll say properly rated. because I think it's one of the cooler ones, and I think a lot of people would agree that Force Lightning is one of the cooler force powers you can have. I think the Force Choke is cooler than that, like
Mm-hmm.
the best one that you can have, but I do think that Force Lightning is like a super powerful ability. I think most people would agree with that.
Okay, okay. And your final thing, overrated, underrated, Padme's blaster.
I mean, that's got to be underrated, right? I don't know if people give it enough credit, man. That blaster is sick. Though I do like Django's blasters a little better, but I
Mm-hmm.
think that Padme's blaster is like top 3 blaster in Star Wars. All right, Logan. Overrated, underrated, Cody.
Oh my god, dude. Slightly overrated. I have to stick with it.
You have to stick to
Actually,
your
no. I'll say properly rated.
Oh,
I'll say properly rated because I think there's enough discrepancy. Not everyone thinks he's on the level of Rex. He's slightly below it. The Bad Batch added a lot to him. I will accept it. Properly rated.
all right, Logan. Your next thing. Overrated, underrated, Kashyyyk.
God, nah. I mean, I think it's one of the more loved planets. I hate to be lame, but I just have to say properly rated again. I think it's a cool planet. We see it a decent amount, and every time it hits. So I'll say properly rated.
All right, all right. Now your last thing, Logan. Overrated, underrated, Boba Fett, but just in episode 5 and episode 6.
You're sabotaging me.
This one was on purpose.
You're sabotaging me. Overrated. He's cool. He's cool. Everyone knows he's cool.
Yeah.
He's walking through Jabba's palace. He touches the girl on the chin. He's looking sweet. But then he dies to a blind Han, or quote unquote dies. Yeah. He's cool. He's like, basically the first bounty hunter you really get I don't want to even say a decent amount of. You barely get anything from him.
Yeah.
He has like 4 lines. He's cool. I get it, but he's overrated. Thank you guys for watching Overrated, Underrated. This has been the final segment of this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Mark sabotaged me in this one. I'll get him back next time. We'll go ahead and send it back to the boys at the desk to end out the episode.